everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Hope everything's going your way today. Today, I'm coming to you with an eye look. Yes, today I'm coming to you with an eye look using the Emerald Moon palette by Moonslice Beauty. Yes, the Moonslice Beauty Emerald Moon palette. So, if you want to see how the palette performs and get my take on this here palette, then just keep everybody. Let's get started. Man. Okay, guys, so this intro's not going to be long at all, guys. I just really want to come say hi to you guys, my peeps, and hit you with this very appropriate, very festive holiday eye look. And just as promised during my last video, I created this look for you today using yet another Moonslice Beauty palette. And of course, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the beginning of the intro of the video, the palette I used today to create this look and the palette we'll be talking about today is the Moonslice Beauty Emerald Moon palette. And the Emerald Moon palette is the second of 3 palettes that I actually purchased from Moonslice Beauty during a pre-sale. And while I have indeed used one previously and still have one more to use, it's all about the Emerald Moon palette today. Now I won't bore you with the specs of the packaging of the palette because the specs of the packaging is actually the same for all 3 palettes. And I did cover the specs of the packaging in my previous Moonslice Beauty video. And if you're interested in seeing it, you can just feel free to click on the iCard above. And besides, guys, your girl is really anxious to get into her thoughts about this here palette. Now, when you open her up, guys, here are the colors. Would you look at them? Would you look at them? Would you look at them? The palette has 15 shades, 7 shimmers, and the rest are all mattes. And there's one matte right here, which is this yellow shade, which actually has specks of glitter. And I must admit, guys, I absolutely love the color story of this palette. Because in looking at the color story of the palette, you can clearly see that this is most definitely a green-based palette. And I actually think it's a nice touch that they actually have 2 neutral brown shades in the palette, because believe it or not, brown complements green quite well. And what I also love about the color story of the palette is it's actually a green shadow lover's dream, because you have a variety of different shades in both shimmers and mattes that you can use to create a vast amount of green eye looks. But as much as I love the color story of the palette, guys, I just wish I could say the same for the performance of some of the shades in the palette. First, let's talk about the mattes. Overall, guys, out of all the mattes I used in the Emerald Moon palette, I found them generally to be on par with the quality of the mattes that I used from the Moonshake palette. Overall, with the exception of this green shade here, I used all the other green mattes in the palette. And while just like the mattes in the Moonshake palette, I did have to build the mattes in this palette up until I got the depth that I was looking for. And that doesn't create a problem for me. But what does create a problem for me is the patchiness of one of the shades. When using this green matte from the palette, this matte is patchy as all get out. The more I tried to cover up the patchiness, the patchier it became. It was so patchy that I had to literally cover up the patchiness with my P. Louise eyeshadow base and then cover it up with the shadow from there. And as I was packing that shade in my crease, I noticed I was getting that dark line around the edges that absolutely nobody wants, what makes the shadow nearly impossible to blend out. But I can honestly say, guys, other than that one green shade in the palette, I quite enjoyed and had 0 problems using all the other mattes in the palette that I used. But about these shimmers, though. The shimmers are bad. Well, the 3 that I have on my lid right now, the shimmers are bad. Guys, if there were one word I could use to describe the formula of the shimmers in the Emerald Moon palette versus the formula of the shimmers in the Moonshake palette, it would be inconsistent. Guys, while this shade is quite beautiful and the shade I was most excited to use out of this palette, guys, when swatching this shade in the palette, this shade looks like nothing short of utter perfection. That is, until you attempt to apply it to your lid. First, I tried to apply with a dry brush, and I found that the shade was quite crumbly and would not adhere to my lid. And I even cut the crease. Then I tried to apply with a wet brush, and I found it to be nothing short of a pasty mess. Then that was when I decided to pull out the big dogs and use my lid glitter base. And even then, guys, there were still parts of my lid to which that shadow would not adhere. And let's just say, if lid glitter base doesn't get the job done, there's clearly no hope for that shadow. And as for these two shades, which are more of a satin finish, when I tried applying them to my lid dry, they wouldn't adhere. Then when I tried wetting my brush, just like the yellowish shade in the palette, they became a pasty mess. However, when applying these three dual chrome shades to my lid, which I currently have on right now, I found those to be the three wow factor shades in the whole palette. I actually applied all three of those shades to my lid dry and they went on quite well. And reflective glitters in those shades make those shades in the palette nothing short of mere perfection. So in short, guys, while the Emerald Moon palette is absolutely not the worst palette I've ever used, it's most definitely not the best palette I've ever used. It's just okay, as you will see when I do the demo. And yes, I left every struggle I had in the video because I think it's very important for you to see how some of these shades in this palette perform. That way you can most definitely make an educated decision on whether or not you want to purchase this palette. It's not much more to say. Lily! It's not much more to say about the palette, okay? That's the first time I've ever said that, and it wasn't for the good. There's not much more to say about the palette, okay? Because what's understood... Lily! It's not much more to say about the palette, okay? Because what's understood don't need to be explained. The palette runs for $18.99, but you can get it as part of a combo deal with other palettes on the site, and then get this palette at a discounted rate. And you can purchase this palette and all other Moonslice Beauty palettes on moonslicebeauty.com. So now that we got that part done, and believe me, it was painful, enough already happened. First, we're going to get into the swatches, and then we're going to get into the eye look. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. It only gets greater later, guys. It only gets greater later. So until next time, guys, stay real, stay positive, stay up, and damn it, you better watch, fight, and pray. Let's get these swatches done. Hello. Guys, it's lit to the rescue. Yeah, see how that light green shade is cracking? Not a good look. And I will never ever be picking up that shade again. No. I don't like that. And I'm not going out like that either. We not doing that today. Now let's try this one more time. Shall we? Guys, so what had happened was I forgot to push record again. So yeah, I'ma just let you know what I did on my lower lash line right quick. All I did was take this dark green shade here and put it directly under my lower lash line. And then I used this green shade here and smoked out my lower lash line.